Dear children, we have discussed the solved questions of Pandas chapter. In that CSV module, we have discussed about the solved questions. Now let us see the unsolved questions of this part, CSV. So in that, the first question is, what is CSV file? So the acronym CSV is short for comma separated values and refers to tabular data saved as plain text where data values are separated by commas. So CSV stands for comma separated values, not variables. CSV stands for comma separated values and not for variables. So it is a plain text file in which each row in a table is represented in a single line separated by commas. Each cell value is separated by commas. What is the use of n rows? So n rows is used to display selective records or rows or selective lines. N rows option or attribute is used with read underscore CSV method. So n rows option is attribute is used in read underscore CSV method to select a set of rows. If we want to select 5 rows, then we have to write the attribute n rows equal to 5 inside the read underscore CSV function. So to select a particular set of records, we use an attribute called n rows, which is used inside a read underscore CSV function. Next question, how can we create CSV file? Explain with an example. So to create a CSV file from a data frame, the to underscore CSV method is used. To create a CSV file from a data frame, we use to underscore CSV method. We can do this either by transferring the records directly to the CSV file or by copying the contents of the original CSV file to another file. So in two methods we can create a CSV file. First one is either by copying a contents of a CSV file and creating a new CSV file. Copying the contents of one CSV file, then create a new CSV file and paste the content there, or saving the data frame as a CSV file. So these are the two methods for creating a CSV file. First one is, there is a CSV file, we copy the contents of that CSV file and create a new CSV file and paste the content there, or directly from a data frame to a new CSV file. In that case, a new CSV file is created. So let us see the first method, copying employee.csv to empnew.csv. Now here we have only one CSV file, that is employee.csv, and no such file like empnew.csv is not present in our computer. We have only one file, employee.csv. So by using this method, let us see the program. We are creating a data frame pd.read underscore CSV. Inside the CSV read underscore CSV function, we have provided the location of the CSV file. Now we are copying the contents. So let us see how we are copying. df, that is our data frame, df dot to underscore CSV in bracket the location of the new file. When we provide all, actually this file is not present. When we write the statement and execute the statement, then only this emp new.csv will be created. Actually in this program we are reading the content using read_csv and creating the data frame. Then use that data frame and convert that data frame into a CSV file. That is actually taking place. We read the contents of a CSV file into a data frame, then write that data frame into another CSV file. Like this, we are copying the contents of one CSV file into another CSV file. Next method of saving the data frame as CSV file. Next method is saving directly to the CSV file. This is actually what is taking place here. We have a data frame and we are in this statement, you can see we have a data frame which we imported from the CSV file. That data frame is, we are copying the contents of that data frame into a CSV file. So actually this is taking place in this. Here we are creating a data frame with a dictionary and its column names are given here. So here you can see this is our dictionary student, and using this dictionary we are creating a data frame df, and the same statement, that is df dot to_csv in bracket the location of the new file that we are creating. Here after executing this df dot to_csv, a new CSV file called student is created. This is how we can create a data frame, create a CSV file from a data frame. So the next question is, write the name of function to store data frame into a CSV file. So the function to store data from a data frame is, we have studied now, it is to_csv. That is data frame name dot to_csv. This is the function. Next is, create a CSV file with default index. So you know that if we do not specify any index, the default index will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So let us see the program. We have a dictionary student containing the keys roll number, student name, marks and class, and these will be the column names. Now we are importing pandas library, then create a data frame. df is equal to pd dot data frame students comma columns is equal to the column names, and row index is not given, so the default index, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 will be given for the rows in the data frame. So this is the program for creating a CSV file with a default index. So here you can see df dot to_csv will create a CSV file from the data frame df. Now how can we import specific columns from a CSV file? If we want to import specific columns from a CSV file, we have to use an attribute called useCalls. This can be done by using useCalls attribute or option along with read_csv method. For example, in the case of employee table, you have to access name, age and salary of employees. This can be done by giving the command as df is equal to pd dot read_csv, then in bracket the location of the file, comma, use calls equal to, in square brackets, the name of the columns which are to be displayed. So here we want to display the columns name, age and salary. So it is displayed like this. df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. Inside that, the location of the csv file, comma, an attribute called use calls is equal to name, comma, age, comma, salary. These are the columns that has to be retrieved. So you can see when we print the data frame, you can see the output is the 3 columns. It has so many columns, in that only 3 columns are retrieved. Now next question, what are the advantages of CSV file formats? First one is, it is simple, compact and ubiquitous format for data storage. It is a common format for data interchange. It can be opened in popular spreadsheet packages like MS Excel, Calc, etc. Nearly all spreadsheets and databases support import or export to CSV file format. Next is, what all libraries do you require in order to bring data from a CSV file into a data frame? So, to bring a CSV file to a data frame, we need only Pandas library. So, that's why we are importing Pandas in every program related to CSV and data frame. So, we need to import only Pandas library. The next question, write a program that reads students' marks from a result CSV and displays percentage of each student. So, we want to display, here I have created a CSV file called exam.csv. Exam.csv. Here in the question it is said result CSV, but unknowingly I gave the name as exam.csv. So, here import Pandas as PD, then we have to import the CSV file. So, for that we have the function read underscore CSV. df, that is our data frame df, is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV, in bracket the location of the CSV file. Then just we are printing the data frame to see the contents of that data frame. So, the data frame is like this. It has 4 columns, one containing name, then maths, English and science. Marks of these 3 subjects, only 3 subjects are given. Now we have to extract these 3 columns, maths, English and science, and we have to compute the average. Since there are 3 columns only, just I have created a displays percentage of each student. So, here we have a method of in data frame, that is to add a column. So, that I have used here. Here our data frame df is equal to df in square bracket the new column name, that is percentage in single quotes, equal to the new column values can be obtained by adding the column values of 3 columns, maths, English and science, it by 3, that is we are calculating the percentage or average. Here the marks are out of 100, so I am just calculating the average value, which will be the same as the percentage. So, for that we need the marks of each column. So, df in square bracket maths plus df in square bracket English plus df in square bracket science, that is in the data frame the cells of each column will be added, then the whole result will be divided by 3 and stored in the column percentage. So, this is how arithmetic operation is performed on the data frame. Then the column percentage will have the percentage result. Then when we print this data frame, new data frame df, you can see a new column called percentage is added, which has the percentage value of each student. Next is, you want to read data from a CSV file in a data frame, but you want to provide your own column names to the data frame. What additional argument would you specify in the read underscore CSV? So, in read underscore CSV, we will use a new attribute, another attribute called use calls. Another attribute called use calls. Inside that, you have to specify the name of all the columns and replace the old name with the new name of that particular column. Then the next question is, by default, read underscore CSV function uses the value of the first row as column header in data frame. Which argument will you give to ensure that the top or the first row's data is used as data and not as column headers? So we know that in previous, these name, maths, English, science are the column headers. Suppose if we want these science, name, maths, English, science, these headers as the top row, then an attribute called headers can be included in the read underscore CSV function. That can be set as headers equal to none. Then what is position 0, the header, that is name, maths and English, science, will come at index position 0 and it will not have any headers. Instead of headers, it will have the values, headers or index value as 0, 1, 2, 3. Next question, which argument would you give to read underscore CSV? Read, here it is underscore, not dot. Read underscore CSV if you only want to read top 10 rows of data. So we have studied which function will we use to read particular number of rows. First question was that particular number of rows. Second question, which function, what is the use of n rows? So to display selective records or rows, we use the function, use the attribute n rows in read CSV. So how can we retrieve only top 10 rows? By using the attribute n rows equal to 10 inside the read underscore CSV function. So inside the read underscore CSV function, we have to include a file, include a attribute n rows equal to 10. Now another program, write a program to create 2 data frames with the following data. So we have 2 tables containing the data of different tables. So you can see we have a data frame D1, DF2. So here using, first we have to create a data frame. So consider the table D, first table for data frame 1. So we can create a dictionary D1 is equal to emp underscore code, which is the column name, colon, the values in that particular column, comma, name, which is the next column heading, name, colon, in square bracket the values in that particular column. Then df1 is equal to pd dot data frame in bracket d1, and in the next table, same table So in the D1 you have to write dictionary as D2 and add in the same statement, add another key value pair, that is the key will be dictionary salary colon in square brackets 45,000, 56,000, 55,000. Then in the next line df2 is equal to pd dot data frame of d2. Like this you can print the two data frames. Okay, thank you children. Try out all these examples and this chapter is over.